Yo guys, what is going on? Insanity coming at you today. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I don't normally make videos like this. I usually try to keep everything on my channel either vlog related or gaming related. I never really venture out into the world of wrestling whatsoever. And I just really wanted to go ahead and do this because it is Wrestlemania weekend. NXT Dallas takeover is about to start. Hall of Fame is tomorrow. Wrestlemania is this Sunday. Raw is on Monday. And I think this entire time, the entire lead up to WrestleMania has been really dull and boring. It hasn't really been as exciting as it's been in the past with a lot of the bigger stars either on injured reserve, they're just not there anymore, or people like Daniel Bryan have retired, and we don't have those crazy mega stars like we used to, like Shawn Michaels, The Rock, Stone Cold, all those things from back in the day. We don't have anything like that anymore. So we're really having to depend on those who are there now and what type of situation we're in now, like Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. We're lucky to have someone like Brock Lesnar on the card. Undertaker's still kicking, which is freaking awesome. No idea what's really going to happen this Sunday, but I just wanted to go ahead and give you my full predictions of every single match and where things are going to be going. So with that being said, I'm just going to go down the list. Thanks to WWE.com for the list. Otherwise, I'd have been completely thrown off on what to expect from this. So with that being said, let's go. First thing on the card. United States Championship map. Whoa, no. See, gaming, multiplayer maps, matches in wrestling. Yeah, not gonna work out for me. United States Championship match, Kalisto versus Ryback. They've been really pushing Ryback a little bit harder, more than ever before, and I really do believe that Kalisto is going to lose, Ryback is going to get pushed, and I think the way that they're going to start this out is I'm not really sure if Ryback's going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal or not, but they may have it seem up to the point where Ryback's going to win that, and then he's going to be the last person to be thrown out to lose, and then he'll turn right around, go into WrestleMania, and win the United States Championship to give him his first singles win at WrestleMania, which would be great for him. Next thing on the list, Total Divas versus Bad and Blonde. I think they're just going to go with popularity on this one. They're probably going to go with the Total Divas. And, you know, everyone on the show, including Eva Marie, I know that they were pushing the hell out of her for the last 12 months, ever since she went back to NXT and started making her rounds with that. And, yeah, her character's got a lot of heat. A lot of people still don't like her. And I don't know if putting a heel on a babyface team is the best idea in the world, but I think they promised her a WrestleMania spot. And since it's not in the Divas title match, this is one way for her to be on the card, and it's a way to try and keep a promise to her, because it was really way out of left field for her to show up on Raw out of nowhere and be just thrown into the biggest event of the entire year. So, yeah, that's what went down with that. The Usos versus the Dudley Boyz. Now, this one's kind of a weird match, only because, again, this is something that they've been playing out for quite some time. And it's really confusing because at one point on SmackDown, they were like, yeah, this is for the pre-show. Now it's not for the pre-show. It's on the main show. I really don't even know where it's being put on the card. But more importantly, I'm going to go with the Usos on this one. There will be tables involved. And I think what's going to happen is it's going to backfire on the Dudleys. They're going to try and take them out and use them. But somehow it's going to turn into the Usos putting both Dudleys through tables. And that's how that's going to go. The New Day versus the League of Nations, or as many people would like to call them, the League of Booty. Yeah. I'm totally going to go with New Day on this one. They're red hot right now. They're extremely entertaining. They're one of the few people on the microphone that can actually stand on there for 5 minutes and have a really entertaining segment. League of Nations, especially with someone like Wade Barrett, who's on his way out, don't really know what they're going to be doing with Sheamus and Alberto and Rusev. Drawing a blank there, but more importantly, I just really believe since New Day is on such a hot streak, they're going to reward them with a WrestleMania victory just because of how well they've been using their characters, keeping that stable alive, and just how a hated team is becoming a loved team by the entire WWE universe. It's freaking awesome to see where that has gone. The third annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now, I will say this. I was at the first one. I went to WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I was there. I got to see Cesaro win it. There's a possibility that there could be some returns at this event. WrestleMania is always known for big surprises, things like that. I mean, The Rock's hosting the event. I'm sure Austin will make an appearance, and yeah, hey, we're getting a treat such as something like Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. You know, I mean, anything could possibly happen. There's a lot of rumors going around that Mark Henry's on his way out. And what better way for him to have a big WrestleMania moment in his home state than him to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I mean, I think it'd be perfect for him. It'd be a great way to close out his career in his home state in the biggest WrestleMania crowd of all time. So I'm going to go with Mark Henry for that one. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Now, this is going to be one of the most entertaining matches on the card because it's going to be a lot of technical wrestling, a lot of high-flying acrobats, and it's just going to look awesome. It's really going to take the show, and it may be one of the most talked matches of the entire night. And just to try and continue to boost AJ Styles' popularity with how great he is, how phenomenal he is, they're definitely going to go ahead and give him the victory at his first WrestleMania. Chris Jericho is on his way out. You know, he's getting older. He has so many different other things in his life and properties. He always comes in to make sure that he's able to help out the business that really built him to become something. And the Chris Jericho name is a wrestling name. He doesn't use it in Fozzy or any of this other stuff. I mean, this is his home. This is where he comes to go whenever he's needed. He can make a big paycheck and help someone else get over, and that's exactly what they're going to do with AJ Styles. He was already a babyface from the start. So many people knew who he was, and now it's just going to be on a much bigger scale on the grandest stage of them all. The ladder match, the Intercontinental Championship. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, The Miz, and Stardust. Holy crap, that's a lot of names. All right. KO Mania has been running wild for the past 30 days or so, and he's all pumped and excited to be making an appearance at WrestleMania as a champion, and he wants to leave that way. Now, Sami Zayn has been the huge, most popular person in NXT for quite some time. Sure, there's Finn Balor and all that other stuff, but Sami Zayn's on his way out. He's coming to the main roster. He's here, and there's no better way to try and showcase Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens than to have everyone be knocked out on the ground and have them two battle it out to the very, very end. And I'm probably going to have to go with Kevin Owens because he's worked so hard the past 12 months, and he had so many amazing matches that this is his time to shine at WrestleMania. And it's Sami Zayn's time to be like, you know what? I made it. I'm here. I'm at the grandest stage. Next year, I'm going to have my winning moment or whatever it may be. Divas Championship match. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks. Now, I'm just going to go with Sasha Banks because she's so popular over with the fans. Becky Lynch is a great technical wrestler. Charlotte's just a freaking beast. I mean, good Lord, there's no other diva like her right now. But due to the popularity and how much people are always chanting for Sasha and the matches that she's had with Bayley and just the growth of her character over the past, 6-8 months now since SummerSlam? No, that was in August. So 8 months. Yeah, 8 months or so. Just, she's really come out on her own, leaving NXT, being on the main roster, and really shining as a diva. Now, there's a lot of other rumors going around that come Monday Night Raw, the Divas division is going to be completely destroyed. It's going to be renamed into something else. They're going to get rid of the title, and it may look something similar to a smaller version of the WWE title so that it feels much more like a competitive wrestling thing more than just being like, hey, we are divas, but we are competitive wrestlers and we're here to do a job. It's not about how we look, it's about how we perform in that ring, and I think that's really cool that they're doing that. Next on the list, Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell. If Shane wins, he gets control of Raw. If The Undertaker loses, this is his last WrestleMania. So I really do believe that this has all been a joke the entire time. It was great to see Shane McMahon come out for the first time in 8-9 years on that Raw when Stephanie was getting the Legacy Award from Vince, and he came out. They did that whole segment at the beginning of Raw for a half an hour. It's probably the most entertaining segment of just talking in recent memory. I can't remember the last time that Raw started out with such a bang and it was that good, and to see the crowd react to Shane McMahon coming back on TV for the first time in forever, it was epic. And it was a great way to try and give Undertaker a match because he had no opponent. John Cena, I believe, was supposed to be the planned opponent for him at this year's WrestleMania. But with him being injured and being out, there was no way that was going to happen. So to try and have someone that would really draw in people trying to spend $10 on the network, because why would you spend any more than $9.99? Free plug there. compared to the 65 on pay-per-view or whatever it may be. It's a great way to have an entertaining match that's really entertaining, and that is going to be the complete opposite of how the Undertaker is going to react in the ring, right? He's going to be really fast-paced and really high-flying, and he's going to be really powerful and slow, because that's how the Undertaker works. And it's going to make for a great match overall. Everyone's trying to think about him jumping off the top of the cage, or top of the cell. Sorry, you don't want to, be politically correct here. Jumping off the top of the cell, going through the table. There could be so many different things that Shane would be willing to do to try and get his portion of the company back. But, as we all know, this stuff's pre-configured anyway, pre-planned on how things are going to roll out. But I'm going to go with the idea that this was a joke all along. They wanted to make it seem like Shane was on the fan side. He doesn't really give a crap. He's got other companies that he owns, all this other stuff. He's just here to make a quick buck. And it's going to wind up being, some special guy is going to return, ruin the match. Undertaker's going to lose. It's going to be his final match at WrestleMania in front of the biggest crowd of all time. And Shane's just going to be like, you know what? I don't need this. Peace. It's still yours. I just wanted to go ahead and have a really entertaining match. And they're going to make it, it's not going to be like that, but that's how it's going to make it seem like we played a trick on you. I was working with Vince the whole time, whatever it may be. I don't know. Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar in the no-holds-barred street fight. Now, we got to look at history here for just a moment. If it's a traditional wrestling match, Brock never loses. He just doesn't lose. I think the last time he lost in a traditional wrestling match was when it was the Royal Rumble last year against Seth Rollins and John Cena. And Seth Rollins, wormed his way out of everything and got away and took the title and hauled ass out, right? This time around, I see it being a bloody mess. I see him using Barbie from Cactus Jack or Mick Foley. Everything that he put in that little wagon, I have a feeling he's going to wheel that thing down to the ring. He's going to use every single bit of it but the chainsaw, because that would be horrible and bloody and not PG rated. Let's make that perfectly clear. I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose. He's on such a hot streak, and Brock is there to not only be a main event, but he's there to also help others grow. And if they overcome the obstacle of beating Brock Lesnar, that only helps that character so much more. Now, it is time for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Triple H versus Roman Reigns. Is this Roman Reigns' time? Is this the one match that Roman Reigns finally gets over? The crowd doesn't boo. I mean, you got to think, 100,000 people booing the moment his music hits tomorrow or on Sunday night. It's going to be really, really interesting. Now, I kind of think that Roman would be a great champion. He would carry himself well. He would take on all comers, all things like that. But we got to look from a business standpoint. We got to think for a possibility of some epic storyline to come into all this. I'm going to say no. Triple H is going to win. He's going to retain. The next night on Raw, Seth Rollins' music is going to hit, and we're going to have the most epic battle of Seth Rollins versus Triple H at an upcoming pay-per-view, and Seth Rollins is going to take back what's rightfully his. Anyways, guys, sound off in the comments down below. I want to hear your predictions as well. If you enjoyed everything I had to do with this, like I said, I don't make videos about predictions about wrestling pay-per-views because I try not to do that on this channel. This is gaming related. I try to keep it that way. But if you want to see more wrestling related stuff on my channel where I just blabber and talk about BS about what I think and what happened and results and predictions and bleh. I went to WrestleMania 17. I went to WrestleMania 25. I went to WrestleMania 30. I know what I'm talking about. I've been watching this shit for years. I'm Insanity. Like if you haven't, sub if you're new. And let's all get ready for WrestleMania 32. Peace.